नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्ध्वं देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। प्रिय भक्त समुदाय, दिव्यात्माओं, महानुभाव, dearest devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations to all of you. We come into you from Yugal Kunj, Atlanta, Radha Krishna Temple, Atlanta. We have in this spiritual retreat for this weekend, Memorial Weekend. With the blessing and grace of Jagat Guru Tam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, we hope that we can derive some benefit. We can increase our bhakti, our love for the Lord, for Shri Radha Krishna. We can progress spiritually, get closer to the Lord. Jagat Guru Tam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu wrote many, many books. Prem Ras Siddhant, Prem Ras Madhira, Braj, Madhuri, 4 parts, Bhakti Shatak, Yugal Shatak, Radha Govind Geet, Shama Sham Geet, many, many books. He delivered thousands and thousands of divine discourses, lectures, created thousands and thousands of divine compositions, bhajan, kirtan. One of the book, Prem Ras Madhira, containing 1008 pads, divine composition, poetry, composition, 21 madhuris. This 1008 divine composition contains all the philosophy of the Vedic scriptures, Vedas, Puranas, Mahabharata, Gita, Ramayana, etc. And all the divine pastimes of Bhagavan Shri Radha Krishna, the gopis, the cowherds, etc. Today I've chosen one pad from the divine, most divine book, Prem Ras Madhira, Viraha Madhuri. Part number 106, Viraha Madhuri. Those who are present here at Yugal Kunj, you can follow also in the Yugal Kunj Book 2, page 88. So we'll sing this pad a little bit and then we'll hear some talk following that. लटक पे अटकी गयो दृगपट मुकुट
लटक पे अटकी गयो, दृगपट मुकुट लटक।
लटक पे अटकी गयो, दृगपट मुकुट। लटक पे अटकी गयो, दृगपट मुकुट। लटक पे अटकी गयो, दृगपट मुकुट।
लटक पे अटकी गयो, दृगपट मुकुट।
जिन विषयन सो संग सदा सो।
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 तिन सो झट मुख मोरी मटकी गयो, दृगपट मुकुट।
तिन सो
झट मुख मोरी मटकी गयो,
दृगपट मुकुट।
तिन सो झट मुख मोरी मटकी गयो, दृगपट मुकुट।
तिन सो झट मुख मोरी मटकी गयो, दृगपट मुकुट।
हो लटक पे अटकी गयो, दृगपट मुकुट।
लटक पे अटकी गयो, दृगपट मुकुट।
A gopi is describing what happens to her जब उन्होंने श्याम सुंदर को देखा, सिर को देखा। So Gopi is describing what happens to her when she looks at the face, the head portion, the face of Shyam Sundar. So latak pe or mukut, the crown on the head of Shyam Sundar, it is beautiful here. The crown is embellishing his head, and that beautiful crown. Atak gayo. Her eyes has become stuck. She can't move the eyes. वो हटा नहीं सकती. इतना सुंदर. एक बार समझ लो, ये गोपी का अनुभव है. Understand one thing, this is a gopi's experience. We may see Shyam Sundar the same way, and this wouldn't happen to us. Why wouldn't happen? We'll hear. One reason, When we see a divine entity, God or saint, how we are on the inside, we see them the same way. We have seen God. We have seen Shyam Sundar. This is what this Gopi seen, we saw also. But how this Gopi is experiencing, we didn't experience. Because we are Mayic material, our mind, our intellect. Chidanand. चिदानंद देह तुम्हारी विगत विकार जानी अधिकारी. This is God is divine, Chidanandamay. We are, his body, Deha, is also Chidanandamay. जाकी रही भावना जैसी प्रभु मूर्ति देखी तिन तैसी. Tusraj Maharaj is saying, how we are on the inside, when we meet or see divine entities, we see them exactly how we are. And this is why, dekho, we individual souls have been in existence from beginningless time. Gya gyau dvavaja vishanisha heka bhokti bhogyata yukta anantaschatma vishwarupo hyakarta tayam yada vindate brahma me tat. Shvetashvatara Upanishad, chapter 1, verse 9. The Vedas, the highest authority, highest. Ved doesn't mean book. Vedas are called Apaurusheya. Apaurusheya means it doesn't have its origin in man. They were not delivered by some prophet or angel or prophet of God as were the scriptures of our religion. By Vedas, no books are meant. They have always existed from beginningless time. Jaki sahaj swasa shruti chari. Bhagwan swas liya. The Lord took a breath, like we breathe. I say, like that, and the 4 Vedas appeared. These are the breath of the Supreme Lord. Just as God is divine, Ved is also divine. Eternal, beginningless. The Vedas, they're the highest authority. No one can understand Ved. People have written. You may say, oh, there's so many people have written Vedas. There's so many books available. We can go to the store. We can go on Google. We can download Upanishad. All the Upanishad we can download. We can download Rig Ved, Yajur Ved, Sam Ved, Atharva Ved. And you say no one can understand. People have written translation. Who wrote translation? Someone took dictionary, Kosh, and he looked for a meaning of a word, but does not mean that what he's given translation is what Ved is saying. There's a deeper hidden meaning. This is divine. भगवद रसिक रसिक की बातें, रसिक बिना को समझ सके ना, खग जाने खग ही कै भाखा. Tulsidas Maharaj is saying, just as a bird, only a bird can understand the language of another bird. जो पक्षी बोलते हैं दूसरे पक्षी वो समझ में आएगा, हम नहीं. So just as a bird alone can understand what the language of what another bird is saying, in the same way, only someone who has attained God, a saint, Bhagavat Prapt Mahapurush, one who's attained divine knowledge of God, he's seen God, can understand what is written by another saint. Whereas Gita, Ramayana, Bhagavad, Ved is much different. Even ordinary scripture we can't understand. Shruti Puran bahu kaheu pai, छूट ही न अधिक अधिक अरुझाई. Tulsidas Maharaj says there's so much contradictions, complications in one scripture that if we read on our own, instead of our doubts getting removed, we'll become more confused. Imagine Parvati is Durga, mother of the universe, and she's testing Ram. She doesn't believe he is God. God in one form doesn't understand God in another form. Testing God. Not only that, she lies to, she's saying, Shambhu, Shiv is Lord of the universe, and yet she lies to him. Shivji asks, did you test Ram? No. I just went and did pranam just as you and came back. We'll get totally confused. God performs such action in the scriptures, worse than an ordinary person in the world. We're going to read, we're going to get totally confused. So much contradictions. People, this is why people read the Ramayana, etc., and they get doubts and they start saying, how Tulsidas, he's a great saint, he could have said such a thing. Because we're using material intellect to understand divine words. And this is just Ramayana, Puran. Ved is the highest. This is God's word itself. An example, at one place in Ved, God is called Akash. Akash means space. At one place, Bhagwan is called Purush. Purush means man. At one place, Bhagwan is called Agni. Agni means fire. At one place, Bhagwan is called Devata. Devata means celestial being. So if you take a dictionary and translate literally, big mess. And this is what happened. Now people read some translation written by some Western philosopher and they think they know Ved. Ved is saying, Acharyavan Purusho hi Ved. Hey, mister, do not read me by yourself. Go to the saint. Acharya means saint, one who's attained God. Let him tell you what is written in Vedas. Even Ramayana, Gita, everything. There are conditions for reading these books. Everybody is reading. Do we understand? No. So Ved doesn't mean book. 5,000, little more than 5,000 years ago, Bhagwan himself descended, a manifestation of Sri Krishna, Avesha avatar, Vedavyas. And he's put all the scriptures in book form, knowing that the age of Kali Yuga is coming, this most terrible age. Kali Yuga is coming. Vedavyas. First, there was one Ved. He divided that into 4. Is how he got the name Vedavyas. So, Vedas, this is the highest authority. Ved is saying, just as God, Shri Krishna, the Supreme Lord, Brahma, is Aj. Aj means unborn, eternal, beginningless. Aj. Jivatma, the individual soul, we people, we are also Aj. Unborn, eternal, beginningless. Never had a beginning, will never have an end. Uncountable times we have taken birth in human form, in every form of life. Akar chari lakh chaurasi yoni brahmat yah jeev avinashi. Bhagwan Shri Ram, God, Supreme Lord, himself is saying to the residents of Ayodhya, Uttarkand of Ramayana, the Jivatma, the individual soul who we are, is indestructible, avinashi, eternal, beginningless. But it keeps rotating in 8.4 million forms of life. 84 lakh प्रकार की योनि में भ्रमण करते. So it means we have seen God. Whenever he descended as Ram, Krishna, etc., we were there. We saw. क्या देखा? अवजानन्ति मामूढ़ा मानुषीम तनुमाशितम परम भावम जानन्तो मम भूत महेश्वरम. Chapter 9, verse 11, Gita. Sri Krishna says, unaware of my divine nature, that I am Bhagavan, God, ignorant human beings under the control of Maya, we people, seeing him, we mistake him for an ordinary human being just like us, with all the shortcomings and all the faults and defects, just like us. Tribhir gunamaye bhavai rebhi sarvamidam jagat mohitam nabhijanati mamebhya paramavyayam. Chapter 7, verse 13, Gita. The entire world is governed by 3 modes of Maya. All of us. We are under the control of Maya. Maya has 3 qualities. Ajam ekam lohit shukla krishnam bhavi praja shrijamanam swarupa ajo heko jushamanu nushete jahatenam bhukta bhogam ajonya. Shvetashvatara Upanishad, chapter 4, verse 5. The Vedas are saying Maya has 3 qualities, 3 gunas. 3 colors. White color Maya, Safed Maya. Red color, Lal Rang ki Maya. And black, Kala Rang ki Maya. 3 colors. So white means Sattva Guni Maya. Red means Rajo Guni Maya. Black means Tamo Guni Maya. 3 qualities. All right, tomorrow I'm going to ask you some of these questions. So listen carefully. Three qualities. So being under the control of the three qualities of Maya, Shri Krishna says, no one can know me who is beyond Maya. We see this boy taking care of cows, cowhood, flirting with girls, and all kinds of things we said. Because we don't have divine eyes. Look, this thing we have, which is called eyes, what does the eye do? It looks, it can see. Right? What can the eye see? Material objects, because eye is material. It cannot see divine. एक बार, once, recently, today I was telling everyone about Jagat Guru Tam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu. We had a little outing. And someone said, talk a little bit about Shri Maharaji. We haven't seen him. Some haven't. Jagat Guru Tam Shri, we lovingly call him Maharaji, Jagat Guru Tam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu. We're talking how divine descension. Bhakti Yoga Ras Avatar. This is one of the titles that was bestowed upon him by the Kashi Vidvat Parishad, which comprised of 500 of the greatest spiritual minds in India at that time. So one of the titles was Bhakti Yoga Ras Avatar. Avatar means divine descension, not incarnation. God doesn't incarnate, is a wrong word. We incarnate, human beings, blood and flesh. वो भगवान नीचे आते हैं, नीचे, ऊपर से नीचे आते, जैसे एक इमारत है, ये बिल्डिंग है, कोई इसके छत पर कोई खड़े है और नीचे आ जाते हैं, हाँ, ऊपर से नीचे आ गए. So avatar means to come down, to descend. So there's a building and someone is standing on the roof and he comes down. So this is what avatar means. God himself descends. That's why we say avatar. So here they are bestowing this title that he is avatar. Descension of what? Bhakti Yoga Ras. This, if you want to know who Kripalu Mahaprabhu is, this title will tell you. Bhakti Yoga Ras. Yog means to join. You've heard this word before, yog. Not yoga. Yog. Jorna, to join. So two words here. Two things have been joined. Bhakti and Ras and the descension of that. Ras means Shri Krishna. Raso vai sahara sagvam hevayam labdhva nandi bhavati. Taittiriya Upanishad chapter 2 verse 7. Vedas are saying Shri Krishna is Ras. There's a name for Shri Krishna in Vedas, Ras, bliss, Anand. So Ras here means Shri Krishna. And Bhakti, have to go a little bit to understand Bhakti. Bhakti does not only means love or worship. Bhakti has a very big meaning. First to begin, Shri Krishna has infinite power. Now I want you to apply your mind a little bit. It's going to be a little bit deep philosophy. Shri Krishna has uncountable powers. Anant Shakti. A name for Shri Krishna is Anant. In the Vedas, Anantaschatma Vishwarupo Hyakarta Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Anantanama Rupaya. So one name for Shri Krishna is in Vedas Anant. Anant means infinite. Uncountable. Everything he has, infinite. Infinite power, infinite name, infinite form, everything. So, infinite power, Shakti, Ananta Shaktiya. Amongst that infinite power, three are most important. Krishner Ananta Shakti Tate Tin Pradhan. Chit Shakti, Maya Shakti, Jeev Shakti Nam. Antaranga, Bahiranga, Tatastha, Kahijare. Antaranga, Sharupa Shakti, Shabar Upare. Chaitanya Charitamrita. So the three main powers of Sri Krishna, Chit Shakti, Jeev Shakti, Maya Shakti. Jeev Shakti is also called Tatastha Shakti, marginal power. Because Jeev is fraction of Sri Krishna. Ansh hai, but is also under control of Maya. So, Tatastha. बीच में ऐसा समझ लो. Maya is called Bahiranga, external power of Sri Krishna, and Chit Shakti is called Swarup Shakti, Antaranga Shakti. This Swarup Shakti, I'm going to be brief. This Swarup Shakti is divided into three. इसमें भी तीन भाग है. Hladani, Sandhani, Sambit. Hladani, Sandhani, Sambit, Tvaye ka sarva sanshaye. Hladata pakari misha Tvaino guna varjite. Vishnu Puran. So, the Swarup Shakti of Sri Krishna, the Chit Shakti, has three forms. Hladani, Sandhani, Sambit. Now you have heard that Sri Krishna has three names in the Vedas. Sat, Chit, Anand. So Sri Krishna is also called Sachidanand. So the Sat Shakti of Sri Krishna, the governing aspect of the Sat Shakti of Sri Krishna is called Sandhini Shakti. You won't understand. Just briefly now. It's not easy to understand. This is very high philosophy. The governing power of Sri Krishna in the Chit aspect is called Sambit Shakti, and the governing power of Sri Krishna in the Anand Shakti, of the Anand Shakti, is called Hladini Shakti. Or bliss potency. Now this Sat, Chit, Anand, Sat means supreme existence. Chit means supreme knowledge. Ananta Gyan. Anand means supreme bliss. Sat merges into Chit, so Chit contains both existence as well as knowledge, and Chit merges into Anand, so Anand contains all three: existence, knowledge plus bliss. So the Anand aspect of Sri Krishna is the highest aspect. This is why Sri Krishna is called Anand in Vedas. Anando Brahmeti Vajanat Ananda Deva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante Anandena Jatani Jivanti Anandam Prayantyabhi Sambhishanti. Taittiriya Upanishad, chapter 3, verse 6. This month is saying Sri Krishna is Anand, bliss, happiness. From bliss alone, the entire universe comes into being. Bliss is that by which we are sustained, and bliss is that into which we merge upon death. So Sri Krishna is Anand, the highest aspect. In the same way, the Hladni Shakti, the Hladni aspect of the Swarup Shakti of Sri Krishna is the highest aspect. Furthermore, Hladni Shor Anshut Tar Premanam. The highest aspect of this Hladini Shakti is called Prem, Bhakti. This is what I was going to bring you. What Bhakti means. And the highest aspect of Bhakti is called Mahabhav or Radha. Alright, let me go through briefly again. Shri Krishna has uncountable powers. Out of the uncountable powers, three are most important. Chit Shakti, Jeev Shakti, Maya Shakti. Out of these three, the Chit Shakti or Swarup Shakti is the most personal aspect. Antaranga. Most personal, highest aspect of Shri Krishna. This Chit Shakti, Swarup Shakti, again is divided into three aspects. Three categories. Hladini, Sandhini, Sambit. Out of these three, the Hladini Shakti or bliss potency is the highest. And the highest point of this Hladini Shakti is called Bhakti. Prem, divine love. And the highest point of this Bhakti is called Radha. This is why Shri Krishna worships Radha. Radha and Krishna are one. Listen carefully. They're not two. Radhika Krishna Rupam cha Krishno Radha Swarupaka. Sanat Kumar Sangita. The scriptures are saying Radha Rani is the form of Shri Krishna and Shri Krishna is the form of Radha. They're not different. Radha Rani is Shri Krishna is Radha Rani. But even then, the Vedas say, Rigved, Krishnena aradhyate iti Radha. Who is Radha? Rigvedi Radhika Upanishad is saying. That Supreme Brahm Shri Krishna, whom Brahma, Vishnu, Shiv, Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, everyone worship, that Shri Krishna, he also worships someone. Shri Krishna worships someone? Yeah. He worships Radha. Why? Atma turadhika tasya. Ved. The Vedas say Radha Rani is the Atma, the soul of Shri Krishna. So even though they are one and the same, Radha Rani is so dear. She rules and governs Shri Krishna. This is why Shri Krishna is governed by bhakti. Shri Krishna is saying to Durvasa Muni has tried to kill a devotee of Shri Krishna, Ambarish. Ambarish didn't do anything. Innocent. A Durvasa tried to kill him. Bhagwan Shri Krishna sent Sudarshan Chakra. Durvasa Rishi Muni, topmost among Rishi Muni. Bhagwan sent his Sudarshan Chakra. Durvasa Muni went all the three worlds. He went to Brahma, Shiv, everyone. No one will give protection. Finally, Shivji advised him, go to the one who has that weapon, Shri Krishna. If anyone can protect you from this Sudarshan Chakra, Shri Krishna. Durvasa Muni came, he fell at the feet of Shri Krishna, begging, Trahimam, Trahimam, Pahimam. Please, please protect me. Shri Krishna says, Aham bhakta paradhino hyasvatanta ivadvija sadhu bhirgrasta hidayo bhaktair bhakta janapriya. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 9th canto, 4th chapter, 63rd verse. Durvasa, tum rishi ho, Muni. You are Rishi, Muni, but I can't do anything for you. I can't protect you. Durvasa says, why? Kyun? Ab to Bhagwan hai. Param swatantra nasir bal ko. You're supremely independent, free. No one and nothing controls you. Krishna. Shri Krishna said, what to hai? That's true. But, you see, to every law, there's a subsection. The law is, that Sri Krishna is supremely independent, free. Nothing and no one controls him. He controls everything. But the subsection, Aham Bhakta Paradhina. He says, when it comes to those who love me selflessly, my bhaktas, I am no longer free. Aham Bhakta Paradhina. Paradhina. I am controlled by the love of my devotee. They tie me up, bind me, tie me up with the rope of their love. एक रस्सी है प्रेम का, वो बांध देते हैं भगवान को. And they make him dance as a monkey dances to the tune of the trainer. अब तो free नहीं है. जो मुक्ति देने वाला है वो सबसे मुक्ति मांग रहे, क्योंकि मैया ने ओखरी में बांध दिया एक बूढ़े औरत. He who is given, who by taking his name we attain mukti, liberation, he has been tied by an old lady. Maya, Yashoda Maya has tied him to the mortar and he's begging for his own liberation. Chor do koi. Because of prem, bhakti. This is the power of bhakti. This bhakti. So, bhakti means Radha Rani in the essence. Ras means Shri Krishna. I'm trying to explain one title. Bhakti Yoga Rasa Avatar. And I'm not saying this is extremely exactly correct, but I'm trying a little bit to explain. There's one title. Many were given. Today we were asking someone to give 3 titles. He gave 2 and he said, I have 3. I said, no. And then we all sang all the titles together. So this one title. Bhakti Yog Ras. Bhakti or Ras ke Yog. The combination of Bhakti, Radha Rani, Shri Krishna. That dissension. In other words, Gaurang Mahaprabhu. That's alone telling you the whole thing. It's there written clearly, if anyone can understand. That entity is called Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu. So, so I was explaining, I was going to give an example. So once I took a devotee, new satsangi, we say called satsangi, new person in satsang, and they decided they want to go and meet Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu. So we went to India, Barsana. You all know Barsana. Their parents' place of Radha Rani. So there's a Rangili Mahal. And now we have Kirti Mandir, that beautiful ashram. So we went to Rangili Mahal, and this devotee wanted to meet Shri Maharaji, Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu. So I took the devotee to Maharaji and asked a few things. And then the devotee said, Maharaji, can I see your divine form? Your actual form. वो देखना चाहते हैं असली रूप आपका. Because the devotee felt that, listen to all the philosophy, that he has to be divine. She was convinced, but she can't see with the eyes that she's looking. She wants to see the actual real thing. The Maharaji ne kaha, adhikari bano. Shri Maharaji said to her, you have to become deserving. Abhi aakh, you don't have the eyes, the right eyes to see. Adhikaro bano. So, we hear that Shri Krishna descended 5,000 years ago. Shri Ram came in the age of Treta Yuga. He was so beautiful that when Sri Ram went to the Dandakaban, he went to the Dandakaban, he was banished for 14 years, and he went, there was a forest called Dandakaban, very terrible. And there were rishis and munis staying there. When they saw Sri Ram so beautiful, they started loving him as a woman would love a man. Hey, Bhagwan. So now you start thinking they are gay. Right? In our world today, this Rishi Muni, they are doing tapasya in the Dandakaban. They're in the form of man. They have the body of a man. But they started loving Sri Ram as a woman would love a man. Why? Because they realize I'm the soul, Atma. Every soul by nature is Stri, feminine. The nature. You see, we identify with the body and we say, I am man, I am woman, I am this, I am that. Those who have gone beyond the body and realize, I am the soul, Atma. Govinda eva purusho. Listen carefully. Govinda eva purusho brahmadyastriya eva hi. The scriptures are saying in the entire universe, there's only one man. That is Govind, Shri Krishna. And every other soul that remains, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiv, and every soul, they're all Stri. If you know Hindi, you know what Stri means. Feminine, female. So, these rishis and munis, they had realized that the soul, and they started loving. He's so beautiful. How beautiful? The most beautiful person in the material world, someone called Kamdev. You've heard about there's a Devta, celestial being. He's called the god of love, Kamdev. He's the most beautiful in the material world. To describe how beautiful Sri Krishna is, he's told to be more beautiful than the beauty of uncountable Kamdevs combined. We can't even understand the beauty of one Kamdev. Look, if the lowest of the celestial god, forget Kamdev and Indra and all these guys, lowest of a heavenly god were to descend and stand in our midst, we'll be unable to bear the ecstasy. So much beauty, so much divine essence. Naturally fragrant. Their body is so fragrant. They didn't put like this, spray. Naturally fragrant. So beautiful, so much fragrance. Our senses will be unable to bear the ecstasy. And either we fall on dead or we fall on unconscious. And that's low one. Kamdev, forget it. And even uncountable Kamdevs combined, the beauty of uncountable Kamdevs combined cannot compare to how beautiful Sri Ram, Sri Krishna is. But these rishis, munis, they got attracted. Sri Ram, he is Antaryami, he is all-knowing. He said, hey, up there, wait. I am Madhyada Purushottam. Is avatar mein, I am Madhyada Purushottam. I can only have one beloved. One lover. That is Sita. This is a Treta Yuga. When I come in Dwapar, end of Dwapar, I'm going to come as Sri Krishna. Same Sri Ram. And then you will come as gopis. And I will fulfill your desire. Some of the gopis, when the Lord came as Sri Krishna, were the rishis and munis of the Dandakaban. So beautiful. And we will see like I'm looking like Nayak Bhaiya. Or you looking at me. So we will see the Lord. There's nothing special that he has an extra ear or an extra head or nothing. He looks just like us. But to see that, we have to have divine eyes. Chidanandamaya deha tumhari vigata vikar jani adhikari. Just as God is divine, his body, deha is also Chidanandamaya, means divine. And to see the divine body, we have to be bigata bikar. Bigat means without. Bikar means maya. Greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust. One who's become free from maya. Or jana adhikaris, become deserving. In other words, you have to have divine eyes. So we saw, but we didn't get affected like the gopi. She is looking. Atak gayi. Ataki gayo. Atak gayi. She's staring, looking at Shyam Sundar, and she's staring. Doesn't want to even blink. Like a statue, she's just looking. She's saying, this is what happened to me. और इसके बाद, so she's saying, look, I have experienced all kinds of desires in the material world. All of us. A gopi has gone beyond. But we, uncountable lifetime, because we've forgotten who we are. We've forgotten that we're the soul Atma. We identify with this thing called Sharir, body. I am Indian, I am American, I am West Indian, Guyanese, I am Trini, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Punjabi. Someone told me today I'm Punjabi. Guju Bhai. These are all titles of body. Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Jain. So much fight and war. All because of this title of the body. If we are body, we are those things. ये सब शरीर का, ये शरीर का title है. शरीर. This is all titles of the body. Are we the body? This body is a material thing. Kshiti jal pavak gagana samira panch rachit yah adham sarira. Tusidasji Maharaj is telling us all the scriptures. This body is made of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. It's a material thing. We die, earth returns to earth, water to water, fire to fire, air to air, space to space. We die, body die, not we. We can't die. We meaning soul Atma. That knowledge we have lost. Bhul gaya. From beginningless time, we forgot. And because we identify with the physical body, we became attached to the material world. We became attached. And that's why we keep rotating in this 8.4 million forms of life. What happened when we got attached? We'll hear that. We'll sing this beautiful bhajan one more time. Is it finished tonight? We'll hear more tomorrow. लटक पे अटकी गयो दृगपट मुकुट
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 लोक लाज बस लोक लाज बस बर बस हट खत
लोक लाज बस बर बस हट खत
लोक लाज बस बर बस हट कत
लोक लाज बस बर बस हट कत
भाजी सलोनी लटनी लटकी गयो दृगपट मुकुट
भाजी सलोनी लटनी लटकी गयो दृगपट मुकुट
ओ लटक पे अटकी गयो दृगपट मुकुट
लटक पे अटकी गयो दृगपट मुकुट
बोल लाडली लाल की जय सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय श्री कृपालु धाम की जय श्री युगल कुंज की जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे।